WWE shows just keep getting better and better. This was my favorite SmackDown of the Triple H era. Ronda Rousey looked like a badass. We got an absolute banger of a #1 contenders match. The appreciation for Sami Zayn is exactly what I needed right now. And Roman Reigns finally acknowledged his tribal chief. I'm not even gonna bother with a camera because in Lithuania it's harder than videos of Big Show dancing. It's harder than the Cheetos that Ryback chugged. This episode didn't necessarily have that big moment, big return, but overall the best SmackDown of Triple H era so far. It wasn't as formulaic as before, and just from the beginning of the show you can feel this show is going to be different. Pat McAfee and Michael Cole are welcoming you to SmackDown, and we just see Ronda Rousey. She gets into the ring and hijacks the show. She says she paid her fine last week and she isn't leaving until she is reinstated. She calls Adam Pearce to the ring and the crowd cheers on. That was the highlight of the show, by the way. The crowd was absolutely unbelievable. WWE should come to Montreal a lot more often. Pearce comes to the ring with security. He can't lift her suspension because she wants him to because it's above his pay grade. I get you're upset, but you can't hijack the show. He asks her to leave and the people are chanting, "We want Ronda." Ronda tells Pearce, "Don't make me choose violence." So we see two security guards and Ronda beats the shit out of them. Like seriously, they were just like two flies. And Adam Pearce sends the police. One looks like he's straight from Hollywood and the other one looks like Sonya Deville somehow. And Ronda Rousey politely leaves. We cut to backstage and see Ronda Rousey leaving the arena, and she cut the best promo of her entire career.
Pearce, nice haircut.
She ain't wrong. What can I say? Another nice presentation of Ronda Rousey. I talked about this before. She feels completely different. She has Brock Lesnar vibes. She feels dangerous. Vince McMahon had no idea how to book Ronda Rousey, so I'm glad that Triple H finally nailed it. She's not a babyface. She's not a heel. She's Ronda Rousey. And I appreciate that it was a different approach, a different way to open SmackDown. I assume Ronda is getting taken to prison, but Roman just arrived. Roman is probably thinking, what happened now? Then we got the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. Sonya Deville and Natalya were waiting in the ring. Control over the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 cutscene, but we have a replacement. Shawn Michaels announced that the previous tag team got injured, so Toxic Attraction replaced them. This was actually their debut match on WWE main roster television, and this was an okay match. The finish was also pretty cool, so we saw a sharpshooter, but Natalya got pinned by a roll-up. So Toxic Attraction are moving on, and now they're going to face Raquel and Aaliyah. The hometown hero Sami Zayn is walking around backstage. Roman's bodyguard, I assume, says that Roman wants to meet you. Sami Zayn is shocked. Hey Roman, hey man, you wanted to see me? Yeah, sit down. This is nice. Roman says, I've seen better. Roman Reigns had a completely different vibe in this segment, and I really liked it. How is it going, Sami? Great, yeah. Honestly, not so good. Jey Uso keeps disrespecting me. He's screaming at me. You gotta level up, Uso. He actually spit a little bit on me. He hit me right in the eye. And then Sami Zayn says, I don't understand why. I helped them. I took the Claymore. I pushed him out of the way. I did this for the Bloodline, but does he even send me a text? He is so ungrateful. And then Sami realized he effed up. But actually not really. Roman Reigns says, you're right. I've been saying this for months. He doesn't appreciate anything. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn are finally bonding. Roman Reigns finally realized the only way Bloodline is going to succeed is if Sami Zayn takes over. That's just my theory. It's not confirmed, but I know it's the goddamn truth. You see, I love him. He's my blood. Why are you talking to him? You should be talking to Jimmy. You should be talking to me. Roman Reigns leaves for a second and leaves his phone with Sami Zayn. Jey Uso is calling and Roman Reigns tells Sami Zayn, answer. Jey Uso was screaming at Sami Zayn. He doesn't understand why would Sami Zayn even pick up the phone, and he tells Roman that the Usos are not gonna be on SmackDown, but you have me. He also talked about his upcoming fatal 5-way Intercontinental #1 contenders match, and Roman Reigns wishes him good luck. Then he says, Sami, good luck. This is the happiest day in Sami Zayn's life. And this is Roman's redemption arc. You thought Better Call Saul finale was great? Well, Roman Reigns finally saw the light as well. This was a great segment, hilarious. Sami Zayn is just, I keep saying this, unbelievably good. And you know, seeing the appreciation on this show for Sami Zayn was just music to my ears. Then we see maximum male models in the ring, which kinda felt different because we haven't seen them in the ring yet. And they were doing the regular shtick, but got interrupted by Hit Row. You don't belong in the maximum male models, especially you. You see, Top Dollar is a big boy. So Hit Row clears the ring and started singing a whole song. That was bizarre. I know it's Triple H's SmackDown, but this felt like Vince McMahon's wet dream after eating a big can of ketchup. It wasn't bad per se, it's just not my thing, I guess. Maxine Dupree liked it, she came to dance, but Max Dupree ruins the party. I mean, the crowd, I guess, kinda liked it. I don't know what to say. This was kinda bizarre. So a pretty cool cinematic promo by Karrion Kross. He talked about how Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns are the chosen ones. He says that Drew McIntyre failed and WWE replaced him with Roman Reigns. That's what I liked about this show. Everything felt so much different. Instead of a bunch of backstage interviews, we actually got effort. Then it was time for the fatal 5-way #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Madcap Moss, and Happy Corbin. Sami Zayn was welcomed with open arms, open hearts. He was the hometown hero and I was cheering along with the audience. People were chanting for Sami. People hated when Sami got, punched or anything. Whenever anything happened to Sami Zayn, people were booing. When Sami Zayn performed anything, Sami Zayn farts, people are going crazy. And the match itself was an absolute banger. I mean, fatal 5-way, lots of great talent, fast-paced. There wasn't a minute where you just, had to look away, grab a sandwich, pee, shit. This match was just so much fun, and like I've said, people really wanted Sami Zayn to win. Then Sami Zayn hurt his shoulder and left. The match continues, but people are hurt. They're chanting, "We want Sami." Oh, and shirtless Corbin. Yeah, that's something we never seen before. Sami Zayn returns to the ring like an absolute hero. Is this Sami Zayn or Superman? I'm not quite sure. Helluva kick to Ricochet. People are going crazy. 1, 2, and Happy Corbin ruins the day. People are chanting asshole. Happy Corbin reacts to the crowd, then tries to pick up Ricochet and got bro kicked by Sheamus. And Sheamus is the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Look at this, people. Look at this. As much as I love Sami Zayn, look at this match right here. Gunta versus Sheamus in UK. This is literally a dream match right here. Hard hitting match is guaranteed. Can't wait to see it. This paper actually looks pretty damn nice. We saw the funeral of the New Day. So I'm not the biggest fan of these kinda segments, whatever you wanna call it, but I mean, the lighting was great. Everything was good about it. It's just not my cup of tea. It's kinda goofy in a way, but it's better than what we've seen before with these two. Then we saw Liv Morgan versus Shotzi. So I don't understand why WWE keep putting Shotzi in matches that she is going to lose. I mean, obviously Liv Morgan should win against Shotzi. She's the champion. But this match shouldn't happen in the first place because it seems like I honestly don't remember the last time Shotzi won a match. So Liv Morgan wins and she got attacked by Shayna Baszler. So she beats Liv Morgan. She was about to break her arm but says, "I'll wait till Clash at the Castle." So you gotta appreciate the presentation of Shayna Baszler. Also looks like a completely different character. Reminds me of Shayna Baszler we saw in NXT. Roman is getting ready to meet Drew McIntyre. Drew is getting ready to meet Roman Reigns. He picks up his jacket. Tick-tock. So it was time for the main segment of the show. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre face to face. Acknowledge me. He says if anyone besides him says that they are the face of the company, the main event, or they carry the company on their back, they're lying. Drew McIntyre is lying. So we see Drew McIntyre and he says that Roman Reigns doesn't represent the titles properly and he doesn't deserve to be the champion. Paul Heyman works for him politically while the Usos work for him physically. He sees fear and concern in his eyes because there is no man that McIntyre can't tear apart with his bare hands. Drew McIntyre says, "I'm in a mood for a fight," and we see a brawl. They were throwing around punches until Drew McIntyre decides to claymore Roman Reigns, but Sami Zayn saves the day. We see a Superman punch, but Drew McIntyre still comes out on top. Drew McIntyre's booking is crazy lately. He always overcomes any obstacle, whether it's the Usos, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, doesn't matter. I think there is a big possibility Drew McIntyre might just win the championship. Let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about that? Do you want Roman Reigns to lose the championship against Drew McIntyre, or do you believe that Cody is the one who should dethrone Roman Reigns? So another good episode of SmackDown. Really enjoyed this one. It's so great that WWE shows actually have meaning right now. We're not watching filler shows, we're watching stories being told. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.